Hi there, I'm Violet Van Hees, and this is Grow Your Movement Freedom. Have you ever had the experience of when you're trying to learn something new that you figure if you just work really hard and keep pushing at it, it's going to get better, but somehow it doesn't? Or maybe it does, but it takes a long time? So today we're going to take a look at the difference between willpower and creative exploration. So lots of us have been taught that in order to get something, you have to push for it, you have to work for it. And if something's not working and you think it should be working, if you just push harder at it, somehow, miraculously, it's going to get better. Now here's the thing, when you're using willpower, you're shutting down your ability to learn new stuff, because basically you're doing more of what you already know and you're doing it harder and you're doing it with such focus that everything else is shut out. So it's kind of like, okay, I want to lift something and it's getting hard and I'm lifting like this. I'm just going to go harder and I'm going to do this, right? And if a new idea comes in about, well, maybe I could lift differently, your whole body's kind of going, busy, busy, I'm pushing, right? So there's no room for something new to come in. So instead of willpower, when you're learning something or when you're trying to will yourself or learn something new or learn something different that works better for you, if you could instead switch that around, so you start to say, okay, I want to be able to do this, and this isn't working so good. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good in my neck. It doesn't feel good in my shoulders. What can I do that's different? Then you start to open up creative exploring. Your body likes exploring, especially if you listen to what your body has to say about things. So in the last video, I was talking about the power of learning, how to actually listen to what your body thinks or is experiencing about something so that you can learn from that and adjust what you're doing. And that's what creative exploring is all about. It's basically saying, okay, this isn't working so well if I'm lifting something. Maybe I'm sending all my work up to my neck because my neck muscles are trying to help. And maybe neck muscles aren't really built for doing this all that well. So what happens if I play with something where my neck is longer, or where my work gets sent down to the big guys, where something changes? So I start to explore creatively with this. And then I see, does this feel better? Does this feel different? Does this feel more useful? And I explore what actually starts to work for me. So I might do something that does feel better. I might do something else that doesn't feel better. So then I start to explore and I start to create, and I'm engaged in this in a way where I'm actually giving my body some choice, and there is room for something new to come in. I haven't shut down into one way of doing things and sort of blocking out the rest of what's possible. So maybe check out for yourself when you're doing something new, like going for a walk. For me, I've got one busted knee ligament. So every day when I'm out walking, I'm in a creative process of how can I step on this leg, what can I do today that helps my knee feel good while I'm walking. So walking becomes a creative process every step of the way for me. And walking for a lot of people is not uncomfortable. Your back hurts or your shoulders hurt or something else hurts. So then you can start playing, even just with walking or standing or sitting. Play around with this a bit. See if something new and interesting starts to come in a creative exploring kind of thing, rather than doing something that you've been told you should do, right? Willpower is also based usually on something you should do, externally imposed good ideas that may not feel like a good fit for you. So adapt them. Take the good idea, adapt it, and start to play with it to make it make sense to you in your own experience. Alrighty? So have fun with this. Open up yourself to new learning. Sort of bust yourself out of the stranglehold of willpower and see if opening yourself up to creative exploring, to becoming a creative agent in your own world, feels different, works different, maybe lets you learn something new, faster, differently, better. Alrighty. If you have any questions or you'd like more information, see my website. It's right down below. I'd love to talk to you. You can always get in touch with me. Thanks very much. Have fun with this. Happy exploring, and we'll see you next time.